Okay, so now that we imported everything and we already organized a little bit our project, let's start to understand what are these main windows here, these panels on Premiere Pro. Okay, so this is the project panel, is where you're gonna organize and you're gonna import and put audio video here. This is the timeline. This is where you're gonna organize and you're gonna create the whole sequence of videos that you're gonna export at the end, right? This is the final result. You're gonna build it over here, right? So, and then are these two ones over here, right? This one is the source. This one is where I can see the video in its original form normally, right? You're gonna see that eventually we can add a video here on this Premiere. I'm gonna create it faster. Later, I'm gonna explain how to do it. So we can see here, we have a video here, right? This video here this panel here represents what I'm showing on this panel over here, right? So if, for example, let's say I add a different video. Okay, so as soon as I change, I'm gonna change over there, okay? So what is the difference then between this panel on the left, the source one, and the program one, right? So this one is everything that's happened on the timeline. This one is everything that is the original video. So if I do double click, I'm gonna open it here. Or if I come here and for example, let's say, what is this one here? 4, I'm gonna choose here 4. If I double click, I'm gonna find this project. But you can say, oh, they are the same things. Yeah, at the beginning they are, but let's say, for example, I can open here. I'm gonna pass this faster because later I can explain it, and I'm gonna add an effect, this one. I'm gonna add a tint, right? So I can make it black and white. You can clearly see that this one over here now is representing this one that has an effect. This one, you still see the original video without any effect that we added, okay? So if we, for example, change the effect over here, you can see that this one is still gonna show our source, how the video is, right? So these are the 4 main panels and what they do over there. Now we're gonna start explaining how to work on that. Okay, let's come back. I forgot to explain something. Also, all of these panels and all of these tabs, they can be, you can choose them over here. You can see them over here. You can take one out. For example, if I come here and I click text, he's gonna open the text one. Or if I go to history, he's gonna open the history one here. I can click on these buttons over here and I can close panel, close the other panels in group. Oh, I lost the project one here. I can just come here and try to bring the project one back. Or you can also drag. You can click here and, for example, if I drag this here, I can add this panel here and I can organize them any way I want, right? So let's say, for example, that I'm editing and I'm a beginner and I start to do some mess, and then suddenly my whole project is looking like this and I'm like, man, I just screw up everything. I can just come here on Windows. There's a workspace, a lot of workspace. You can even save some of your custom ones that you prefer. And if you just press Alt-Shift-0 or reset to save layout, you go back to the original stance that was saved, right? Normally it's just the main one with the 4 panels organized. So every time you're trying to organize, see these projects, and you start to get lost or you start to delete something, you can always resort coming back to reset to save the layout, okay?